Let's talk about corruption in FIFA.
To start off, I will give you a little background on FIFA as an organization and the current situation that has led to corruption in FIFA. FIFA is a non-profit organization that began in 1904, headquartered in Zurich, Switzerland. It is a federation, meaning it is run very much like a government with elected officials. FIFA is best known for its role in organizing the FIFA World Cup. Each World Cup tournament is held every 4 years, with additional FIFA-sanctioned events held in the off years. This man is Sepp Blatter. He is the recent former president of FIFA after being ousted from power after a 17-year-long presidency. His presidency has been overshadowed with allegations of bribery and voter rigging. The president of FIFA is democratically elected and serves 4-year terms. The president is the highest held office within FIFA, and he or she is seen as a representative of FIFA. Gianni Infantino is the recently elected FIFA president starting in February 2016. He was elected in hopes he will be able to steer FIFA to being a more honest organization. Within FIFA, there are 211 members, or countries. Each member gets one vote in the FIFA Congress. Member countries are then divided into confederations geographically by continent. There are 6 total confederations comprising FIFA. Approximately 90% of FIFA's revenue is generated through sale of television, marketing, hospitality, and licensing rights for the FIFA World Cup. Most of the revenues are made up just like any other sporting association in the world. According to FIFA, almost 70% of its expenditures are for the purpose of funding football development in the form of financial support, development programs, and funding competitions. In the summer of 2015, the U.S. Department of Justice released a 47-count indictment against 14 executive officials related to FIFA. The FIFA officials were accused of taking bribes and kickbacks over $150 million in providing lucrative media and marketing rights to soccer tournaments over the past 24 years. The charges to these officials include racketeering, wire fraud, and money laundering conspiracy. As months went by, the indictments grew. The U.S. Department of Justice has indicted more than 40 individuals and companies that had ties to FIFA. Much of the corruption that involved FIFA was about bribery in the name of buying out votes to host the heavily prized World Cup. The Swiss then began their own investigation. It is suspected that top officials such as Sepp Blatter paid voting federations under the table after possibly receiving kickbacks for their vote to secure the 2018 World Cup bid for Russia and the 2022 World Cup bid for Qatar. It came to many as a surprise that these countries were chosen to host because England seemed like the for sure winner of the 2018 bid, and Qatar's extreme 120-plus degree desert heat in the Middle East makes it nearly impossible to play. Qatar is also under fire for its human rights issues and the poor conditions for hundreds of thousands of migrant workers brought in to build the infrastructure for 2022. To make matters worse, Qatar was given the World Cup over the United States. Another important aspect to analyze in this case is the ethical problems that FIFA faces on a daily basis. FIFA has a code of ethics that is shown on its webpage that has not been updated since 2012. This code of ethics, interestingly enough, even has a page that specifically addresses the prohibition of bribery and corruption. Additionally to their code of ethics, FIFA also has an independent ethics committee. This ethics committee is composed of an investigatory chamber as well as an adjudicatory chamber. Michael Garcia, a former FIFA ethics investigator, attempted to blow the whistle on FIFA from the inside by releasing a 430-page report about the race to secure the 2018 and 22 World Cups. Garcia decided to resign in 2014, citing a lack of leadership within the committee, and also explaining that he believes there is a massive cover-up going on within FIFA surrounding the 2018 and 22 World Cup selections. Overall, hosting the World Cup is meant to be an honor. But bribes ruin the passion that people have for the World Cup because it is no longer the world sport at that point. It is in the hands of whoever has the biggest bank accounts. Unfortunately, some do not see how bribery affects others, such as the citizens of the country that is trying to pay off officials for the bid. Even if that country does not get the World Cup, the money is not given back. Instead of using the money to help their country's citizens, they shell out cash in hopes of buying out a soccer tournament. The unfortunate reality is that this type of business goes on all over the world. In many countries, bribery or kickbacks are just part of doing business with someone. This may be why it has ingrained itself in the FIFA culture. My theory is that Sepp Blatter should have been removed from power immediately after the indictments in 2015. Instead, he was re-elected to a fifth term and was allowed to control the finances any way he chose to see fit for almost a whole year before Mr. Infantino was installed. Term limits discourage this behavior by adding an extra control. Ethics should be a priority at FIFA. Their code of ethics has not been reformed since 2012, which is well before the scandal broke. Employees should be subject to annual ethics seminars to reinforce the ideas of anti-bribery and fraud. Releasing salaries of FIFA officials will allow more trust between member countries and fans. Within their publicly available information, they have one 990 filed with the IRS in 2012 but do not list any salaries of top officials such as Sepp Blatter. Under the new president Gianni Infantino, FIFA has said it will release salary information of the president and various committee members. FIFA should take the next step further to require confederations and federations to do the same requirements for membership. The FIFA reforms need to be implemented at all levels of the organization as soon as possible, such as term limits of officials and disclosure of compensation. FIFA should also review and release reports on feasibility of the 2018 and 22 World Cup locations. Lastly, the Ethics Committee needs to meet more than once a year to review claims by whistleblowers, internal reports, and indictments.